So what I'm going to show you next is, on the next slide, I'm going to show you some pictures. And as these pictures come up, they're of reenactors. Don't write this down, but reenactors. What reenactors are basically people who dress up like historical figures and go play and be revolutionary people. So they dress up like a lobster back, or they dress up like a patriot, and then go and they role play different activities. Okay? So as these pictures come across the screen, I want you to write down any adjectives or verbs that you would think about when you look at the picture. So if I'm looking back at the picture that we just had here, I might say they look strong, okay? They look angry, they look authoritative, they have some authority. Here I might put the Patriots, they're scared. Okay, those are the words I want you to write down, and I'll give you some hints as we go.
You look miserable.
Okay? Yes, miserable. That's great. Okay. So, as a refresher, you're still in the front.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you pictures of the British Army. Okay? And you're going to write down any adjectives or verbs when you see these pictures come about. Okay? So here we go. Don't worry about spelling. So, this is a British camp. What do you think it would be like to live there? Just write it down. Yep, you can turn down one set of lights. Just write down anything of what it would be like to live in that camp. Not out loud, just write it. Verbs or adjectives that come to mind with those pictures. You can talk about their formation and what their formation looks like. Yeah. Marching in a parade, basically going into battle. Notice who they're firing at. Yep. Talk about that guy's face. Looks pretty intense.
Who's that?
This is one of the commanders. Nope, not John Adams. Thomas Gage. So if you looked at this guy, what would you say about the British? Ugly? All right, so we're going to just debrief what you have written down for the British side. So what words or adjectives did you write down?
Organized?
Organized, very organized. The British always fought in lines, so if you want to add that to your list.
Focused.
Focused, okay? Very focused, very organized. If you're going to go into battle, you're going to have to be focused with your guns. What other things did you write down?
Possibly strict.
Strict, yes.
Strong defenses.
Strong defenses. Shelby.
I don't know, concentrating.
Concentrating, okay? They're very concentrating and making sure that the battle goes okay and everything looks, uniform. Superior weapons, we talked about that too. And they're going to march in lines. If you watched a British army come up a hill, they're all marching in lines as they get close to you, and it's very, very intense. The Patriots, we're going to see in the next two slides, are a little disorganized.
The self-confidence.
Self-confidence, especially at that last guy. I'm going to go back to his picture. Does he look like he's a little full of himself? Yeah, a little arrogant, has a little ego going on. You can see that there. He's like, I'm better than all of you. That's what the British Army thought about the Patriots. They thought they were better. You have anything else that you wrote down? Alright, we're going to look at the Patriot camp now and do the exact same thing. Still pulling out adjectives, still pulling out verbs, and you'll see a little difference.
I think I wrote more than that.
That's good. No, I like that. Any descriptive words. So this is the Patriot camp.
Or
Yep, just repeat. And you can see their tents look a little different. Think about what it would be like to live in that tent day in and day out. They did not have Wi-Fi back then. Go.
this girl looks sweet. I work at it. Let's close the door.
Probably a higher ranking officer. You can see the way their army's lined up compared to the way the British Army was lined up. You can write notes about that. Look at their uniforms in this picture compared to the British.
Different race.
And are they in a straight line or not?
It's like they're in one now.
Or were they wearing the one earlier? And they were walking. Not.
So when they're fighting, like, they're just reenacting war, right?
Yep. Stop.
So it's not really close, it's just...
Yeah, it's faithful. Alright, let's share what you wrote down for the Patriot Army side. What things did you see in those pictures? Yeah.
They don't really have that much self-confidence.
They do not have that much self-confidence. Okay, maybe that guy with the soldier, he looks confident, but a little hesitant. Yeah.
Weak defenses.
Weak defenses.
4.
Okay. If you looked at the one picture, and I'm going to go back to it. Okay. You kind of, what I wanted to show you in here, notice their uniforms are all different. The British all had the exact same uniform, looked the same, walked the same, were very organized. Here, they're a little hodgepodge of whatever you got to wear. Somebody made the comment that this guy was wearing a sun hat. Yeah, he didn't have a regular army hat. Okay? They didn't have regular army uniforms, so they're wearing some bandanas. They're wearing whatever they have, their normal clothes, because they don't have enough supplies that the British have. Okay? So we can see that there. Alright. We're going to do a small activity. So I need you to just put this paper off to the side. We're going to do the back here in a moment. And I'm going to let you do this with a partner. So you can do it alone too if you want. Okay? So you're all looking around. Just look up here. I'm going to give you instructions. In this envelope, you're going to find some little strips of paper. On these strips of paper are strengths and weaknesses of the British Army and the Patriot Army. So as we just talked about them, some of them are actually on these slips of paper. You're going to, on your desk, put the British on one side, Patriots on the other, and then try to guess what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are for each of the armies. Okay? And so I'm going to give each pair one of these envelopes, and I want you to try to put the strengths and weaknesses in the right spot. Once you got it, raise your hand. I will come over and check you, and then I'll have you redo it and just practice with them. Okay? Then we'll make it into a game towards the end. So if you get good at it at the beginning, we're going to play a little game with it, and then maybe I have a few prizes for you. Yeah. Okay? So, get with your partner and try to come up with the strengths and weaknesses of the British and Patriot Army.
Okay, 30 seconds. Partner.
You guys want to work together? I'll let the three of you work together if you want, or if you want to work with Jeremiah.
Drew, you joining them? Or are you going to work with Ronald?
Or you're going to work, Brian, are you going to come up here and work with Ronald?
No.
He said we can do it.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, over here.
Three of you. That way all three have access.
Are you going to work with him? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're not doing any of it. I should go credit myself.
I
would think, like, their weaknesses would be their strength.
European nation, I think the Philippines
That's a good guess.
Oh, there's
I'm the Patriot.
How about British? British. Or did
No, so you put the British Army.
These had weaknesses.
well, we got two weaknesses then.
Why do you think the British had a large navy? I think that would be
Because I'm gonna say the Patriots.
So they had more money to group.
Because they could have more guns. They have more guns. They have more guns.
Right, and then the navy is with the ships.
I don't think they knew the land like that. Didn't the British come to the Patriots? I think the Patriots had a better understanding of it.
Good point.
We're done. I'm not going to say that one.
Well, but it's
They fought.
their weaknesses. This is their weakness, but they had to come across the Atlantic Ocean.
They fought for strength for the future army.
Knew the land, or supplies, small navy, untrained, fought. That's one of their strengths. Wait.